Hello, everybody. I'm Reverend Eric Moeller. Welcome to episode 4 of our Season of Fear series. And today we're pivoting from the personal to the social. Our first few episodes were about internalized fears. And now we're looking outside of ourselves, out into the wider world, looking at some of the scary stuff that's going on around us and confronting some of the demons that plague humanity and creation. So let's begin this new section of our journey together with some words from the prophet Isaiah, chapter 58. Shout out, do not hold back. Lift up your voice like a trumpet. Announce to my people their rebellion, to the house of Jacob their sins. Yet day after day they seek me, and delight to know my ways, as if they were a nation that practiced righteousness, and didn't forsake the ordinance of their God. They ask of me righteous judgments. They want God on their side. Why do we fast, but you do not see? Why humble ourselves, but you do not notice? Look, you serve your own interest on your fast day and oppress all your workers. You fast only to quarrel and to fight and to strike with the wicked fist. Such fasting as you do today will not make your voice heard on high. Is such the fast that I choose, a day to humble oneself? Is it to bow down the head like a bulrush and to lie in sackcloth and ashes? Will you call this a fast, a day acceptable to the Lord? Is not this the fast that I choose? To loose the bonds of injustice, to undo the straps of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free, and to break every yoke? Is it not to share your bread with the hungry, and bring the homeless poor into your house? When you see the naked, to cover them, and not to hide yourself from your own kin? These ancient words from the prophet Isaiah eerily speak well to us in the United States today. Here in the United States, and we hear this especially from our politicians, we like to think of ourselves as some godly nation, as some city on a hill, as divinely favored somehow. When it comes down to it, unfortunately, our actions tell a very different story. This text, it holds a mirror up to us so that we can see that. We like to think and claim that God is on our side, and yet we do things that are blatantly contrary to God and God's will and God's dream for the well-being of all of creation. We quarrel and fight. We are a nation plagued with violence, and we are a nation that perpetuates violence around the world. We do not care for the poor. We create the poor, both here and abroad. We oppress people, and we support others in their oppression of people. As I'm recording this video, we're doing this in Israel-Palestine through our blind support of what Israel is doing to the Palestinians in Gaza. We did it over a long span of time in Latin America. The song I'm going to share with you today is a Latin American interpretation of the book of Job, and it takes into account the horrifying things that our nation has done in that region, and thus highlights our responsibility to care for the people who've been harmed. People that come flooding over our southern border, fleeing the hellscapes that we've created for them. We have to take responsibility for these things that we've done. We have to confront these demons of colonialism, of capitalism, of greed that perpetuates all of this suffering and death. It's up to us. Here's today's tune. It's called Freedom. Well, I am a man of great integrity, and I live in the South, in the tropical heat. I don't have much to my name. I suppose that means God must be punishing me. At least that's what you want me to believe. You sound off like Job's friends, blaming me. Like Job, I stand firm, I know the truth. God didn't do this to me, brother, it was you. Show love for your neighbor, just love for you. Love gave us freedom. Well, I have no land, it was snatched by your hand. And I have no children, your bullets ripped their flesh. And I have no home, you burned it till it fell. And left me only dust and ashes on which to dwell. I have no water, you bottled it to sell. All I can drink makes my body swell. And I have no peace over my grumbling guts. But I cling to hope, I know my liberator comes. Love gave us freedom, what you gonna do? Show love for your neighbor, just love for you. Love gave us freedom. We were made free like the rest of creation. It can't remain my suffering or be my salvation. Give your hands and heart to love, let it move through you. I know my liberator lives. Brother, it could be us. See you next time.